so happy to be here. I do have a reading for you guys this morning. So I'll just tell you before we get started, this is Ashtanga Yoga, the practice manual by David Swenson. He's like a hero of mine. He's a very important person in the lineage of yoga. He's had some really influential teachers. He studied with Patabi Joyce. So I would just look to his teachings whenever I feel a little bit lost or like I'm not really sure what to do. I'll just pick up one of his books and read a page or a chapter, and I feel like I'm back on track. So let's all get started in child's pose, and I'll read a short passage from this book. So take your knees wide and tap your toes together. Stretch your arms overhead. And we'll make this an active child's pose. Since it's a chilly day, we can start to warm up our muscles even in this resting posture. So spread wide through your fingers and press down into your palms. And as you do that, notice what muscles light up in your back body, especially the muscles around your shoulder blades. And then from this space of awareness, turn your head a couple of times side to side. Iron out any tension in your forehead. And then pause in the middle, just on your third eye. You can begin to soften that sensation of pressing down with your palms while still remaining active. And I'll read to you Vinyasa, the Marriage of Breath and Movement by David Swenson. Vinyasa is the unique linking of one asana to the next in a serpentine flow. It is more than a simple set of physical maneuvers. It is a dynamic marriage of our internal and external worlds. Vinyasa is an outward expression of the subtle movement of life force. It is a manifestation of prana. Vinyasa orchestrates balance, a balance of strength and flexibility, lightness and heaviness, movement and stillness. Through Vinyasa, one may know the vibration of life. This integration manifests when the act of breathing and movement cease to be separate entities. The two actions converge to create a symphony of seamless unity. Each action encourages the other. They exist as one. The mind is then set free, and the practice may become a rhythmic dance. So let these words of wisdom resonate through you. And for today's practice, think about how you can really marry your breath to your movement. Allow your breath to lead the way for the cadence, the rhythm, the pacing of your movement. And take a breath in. Press a lot into your palms. Feel that action in your back body. And make your way up to a tabletop position. Stack your hips directly over your knees. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Hammock your belly down. Inhale, shift your gaze forward for cow pose. Exhale, pull your chin to your chest, round through your spine for cat pose. Inhale, draw your belly down, look forward and up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and round. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, round your spine. Go back and forth a few times and think of this as your first vinyasa, and in terms of that vinyasa meaning marrying your breath to the movement. And now take some natural rhythm of your spine. You can circle out through your hips, through your head, through your neck, and you can barrel roll through your spine. Start off in one direction. And then switch directions. Now find stillness in your tabletop position. Slide your hands about one palm print forward tuck your toes and lift your hips nice and high to a downward facing dog. We'll take this first down dog, just these first couple breaths here in stillness. So keep both of your knees straight. Press into your palms a lot, just like you did in child's pose, and lift your tailbone an inch higher. Now bend one knee, straighten the other, and switch sides. As you pedal out through your feet, send your tail side to side a little deeper, so that way you can feel the stretch in your IT band and not just in your hamstrings. Now find stillness in your down dog. Take a breath in and shift forward to a high plank position. For support, relax your knees down to the mat. Press more into your palms and notice how your shoulder blades dial around the side of your back body. Shift your gaze to the top of the mat. Pull your elbows in by your rib cage and lower down all the way to the mat. Take a breath in, lift just your heart off the mat and shift your gaze forward. Exhale, release back down. Now slide your hands back one palm print and frame your low ribs. Take a breath in and rise up to a high cobra. Shift your gaze forward and up. Stay here or take a deeper back bend by pressing into the tops of your feet and floating your knees for an upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. We're going to flow through quite a few vinyasas today. So you have those three options of back bends. Feel free to take the one that's right for you. Otherwise, you can completely skip the back bend and go straight from a plank position to a down dog. So shift your gaze to the top of the mat and tiptoe your feet all the way up to meet your hands. Take a breath in, lift up halfway. Press your hands to your shins now and notice how that changes how your back muscles light up. Exhale, fold forward, ragdoll. Grab a hold of opposite elbows and sway side to side. Completely let go of your head, your neck. Open your jaw, but keep your lips closed. Relax your tongue. Now release your hands down towards the mat. Tap your big toes together. Keep your heels a little bit separate. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, and rise up one vertebra at a time. Scoop both arms overhead. Look up at your thumbs. Exhale, pull your hands to your heart. Interlace your last three fingers, cross your thumbs. Take a breath in and send your arms overhead. Pull your biceps back to frame your ears. Notice if your ribs are flaring out the more you pull your arms back, and use your belly button, use your power center to pull your lowest rib in towards the top of your hips. Exhale, side stretch over to the right. From your lowest left rib, inhale, rise up nice and tall. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Use your right oblique, rise back up. Two more each side. Side stretch over to the right. Work with your breath. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Can you press your hip a little further to the left and send that steeple grip a little further to the right? Inhale, nice and tall. Last time. Good. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, slide your hands to your back pockets and step your feet hips distance apart. Bend into your knees, press your hips forward, pull your elbows towards one another, and lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Breathe into your front body. Notice where the breath goes. Does it go into your belly, your heart space, the top of your chest? And don't worry about trying to change anything. The act of observation will make it fuller and deeper. Inhale up to a neutral spine. Exhale, send your hips back in space and draw your hands down your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Press your hands to your shins. Exhale, plant your palms on the mat and step back to that high plank. Use your knees or not to lower down through that chaturanga push-up. Take a breath into one of those three back bends that we practiced. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. With your breath, inhale and float your right leg to the sky. So beautiful. Exhale, slide your foot between your two hands at the top of the mat. Now press down a lot into your left hand. Inhale, scoop your right arm up and follow your thumb. Pull your hand back down. You can tap your wrist. Inhale, big stretch, look up. Exhale, draw it down and tap. One more. Inhale, big reach. We'll pause here. Can you send your back foot a little closer towards the back edge of the mat? Sink your hips a little lower. Reach your fingertips a little higher and lean back. Now shift your gaze down, plant your palm to the mat, step back to that high plank. For more heat, you can float your right leg as you lower down for your chaturanga push-up. Inhale into your back bend, connect both feet to the earth. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Take another breath in, scoop your left leg high. Exhale, slide your foot between your two hands. Now take a breath in, lift your left arm up for the twist. Shift your gaze down, tap your hand to your wrist. Inhale, big twist, look up at your thumb. Exhale, draw it down and tap. Inhale, big twist. Good. Once again, press your feet apart. Sink your hips lower. Shift your gaze down, unwind, plant your palms and step back to your high plank. For that heat, lift your left leg as you lower down through chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now scoop your right leg nice and high. Exhale, place your right foot between your two hands at the top of the mat. Stay low in a runner's lunge. Come up onto your fingertips so you have most of your weight poured through your legs. Pull your inner thighs towards one another to dial up that strength. Inhale, scoop both arms overhead. High crescent lunge. For a little more space in your back, keep a slight bend in your back knee. And just like we did in the beginning, lift your palms higher and pull your biceps back to frame your ears and notice what's going on in your rib cage. Can you stay a little more connected, a little more grounded in your core power, in your power center? Now release your back foot down towards the mat. Open your arms up. Warrior two with your right foot forward. Take a peek down at your feet. You want heel to heel alignment or heel to arch alignment. Stack your shoulders directly over your hips and shift your gaze over your front hand. Take a breath in, grow really tall in your spine. Exhale, hinge forward to a side angle pose. Deepen the bend in your front knee to sink your hips a little lower. Reach for the front of your room, right where the wall in front of you meets the ceiling, and then pull your thumb back in space to spiral your heart open. Press into your feet a lot. Inhale, rise up. Reverse your warrior. Slide your back hand down your back leg just gently, or wrap it around for the half bind and slide your pinky into the opposite hip crease. Breathe into your rib cage. Exhale, frame your front foot, step back to high plank, and flow through your vinyasa. Connect to your breath. You can always skip it and go straight to down dog. Either way, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Take a breath in and float your left leg to the sky. Exhale, slide your foot between your two hands. Stay low in this runner's lunge for a moment. Sink your hips a little lower. Get really light on your fingertips. Inhale, scoop both arms overhead. High crescent lunge. Think about your hip bones, the front of your hip bones, your aces bones, pointing towards the wall in front of you. Lift your fingertips a little higher and pull your thumbs back. Exhale, pivot your back heel down, open up your arms to warrior two. take a peek at your back arm. Make sure it's in one nice straight line with your front arm and it's right at shoulder height. And return your gaze over your front hand. Take a breath in and grow really long in your spine. Exhale, hinge forward to a side angle pose. Sink deeply into your front knee to lower your hips. Pull your top thumb back in space. Press a lot into your feet. Inhale, rise up and reach back. Reverse your warrior. Feel your whole left rib cage expanding, the space between each rib getting bigger. Then shift your gaze down, frame your front foot, and step back to high plank. Lower down through your chaturanga push-up. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. One breath, one movement. Inhale, scoop your right leg high. Exhale, step it to the top. Inhale, rise up to a high crescent lunge. Exhale, open up to warrior two. We'll take a breath in this shape. Exhale, hinge forward, side angle pose. Inhale, rise up, reach back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back to your high plank, lower down. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, scoop your left leg high. Exhale, step it to the top. Inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Take a breath in this shape. Exhale, hinge forward, side angle. Inhale, float back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, frame your front foot, step back to high plank, lower down through your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more each side. Inhale, float your right leg to the sky. Really connect to your breath. Exhale, slide your foot between your two hands. Inhale, float your arms overhead, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Take a breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, side angle. Inhale, rise up, reverse your warrior. Exhale, frame your front foot, step back to high plank, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale, scoop your left leg high. Exhale, place your foot between your two hands. Inhale, rise up to high crescent lunge, look up. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, grow long in your spine. Exhale, hinge forward, side angle. Inhale, float up to reverse your warrior. Exhale, frame your front foot, step back, and lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nicely done. Listen for change. Take a breath in and scoop your right leg to the sky. Exhale, slide your foot between your two hands at the top of the mat. Soften your left knee down towards the earth and untuck your toes. Inhale, float your arms overhead for a low crescent lunge. Exhale, pull your hands into your heart. Inhale, grow long in your spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow onto your right thigh. Allow your top elbow to float and then pull your thumbs towards your sternum. Shift your gaze up beyond your top elbow. You can stay here, or to challenge your balance, tuck your back toes and float your back knee off the mat. Press through your back heel. Stay connected to your breath. For a little deeper twist, you can float your arms up and down. Shift your gaze up. Now exhale, unwind. Shift your gaze down towards your mat. Place your palms to frame your front foot. Step back to that high plank. You can flow through the chaturanga or make your way straight to downward facing dog. Now take a breath in, reach your left leg nice and high. Exhale, slide your foot between your two hands at the top of the mat. Relax your right knee down to the mat, untuck your toes. Inhale, float your arms overhead. Exhale, pull your hands to your heart. Inhale, get really long in your spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Hook your right elbow onto your opposite thigh and pull your thumbs towards your heart. Shift your gaze beyond your top elbow. And for that added balance challenge, tuck your back toes, float your back knee. For the deeper twist, reach your arms north and south like compass needles. Mindfully switch your gaze down. Frame your front foot, step back to side plank, and lower down. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, lift your hips. Now shift your gaze to the middle of the mat. Walk your feet up halfway. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, lift up. Press your hands to your shins, half lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Now bend your knees a lot. Flip the ball mound of your right foot and slide your right palm underneath it. Repeat on the left side. Let your head hang heavy and pull your chin to your chest. For more in the backs of your wrists, press your toes towards right where your palm meets your wrist. For more in your legs, lift your tailbone an inch higher. Completely let your head, your neck dangle. Relax your jaw. Now release your hands one at a time from underneath your feet. Slide your hands to your hips. With a flat back, inhale, rise up to stand. Scoop your arms overhead. Take your hands to shoulder height. Tap your big toes together. Keep some space between your heels. Bend into your knees and hips and sink down into a chair pose. Pull your belly button into your spine. Pull your shoulder blades towards one another. Imagine you could squeeze a pencil with your shoulder blades. Then press your fingertips forward towards the wall in front of you. Then find a middle ground and sink an inch lower. Inhale, rise up to stand. Stretch your arms overhead. Float your heels, come up to your tiptoes. Now take your hands back to shoulder height, spread wide through your fingers, and shift your gaze on something that's not moving on the horizon. Bend into your knees and hips, sink down to a tiptoe chair. Firm your inner thighs together. Draw your belly button in. Notice your low ribs. Inhale, circle your arms around. Really reach nice and tall. Exhale, release your heels down towards the mat and take your hands to your hips. Press down into your right foot. Bend your left knee and take it out towards the side. We'll sit up for tree pose here, so you can keep your heel on your ankle with your toes on the mat for stability, or slide your foot up your standing leg any amount to challenge yourself. Press your foot into your standing leg and press your standing leg back into your foot. Really work these two forces into one another to create a lot of power in your core. And scoop your arms overhead. Tree pose. One more breath. Pull your hands back in. Return your knee to the midline and switch sides. Pour your weight into your left foot and your right knee. Take it out to the side and set up your variation of tree legs. Build this posture from the ground up. So bring your awareness into your feet and then dial that awareness up the midline of your body. From that sense of strength in your core, grow your branches. For more of a challenge, you can shift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Draw your hands back into your heart. Return your knee to the midline. Slide your foot down. Now, take your feet nice and wide. You can face the camera. Place your hands at your hips. Point your toes in, click your heels out, and notice if you're gripping a lot into your kneecaps. And if so, relax them down. Take a breath in, lift your crown a lot. Exhale, hold on to your hips, send your tailbone back in space, and pull your heart towards the wall in front of you. Relax your torso over your legs and come into a wide-legged forward fold. We're here for a few breaths. So explore the stretch in the back of your legs by pouring your weight at first through your heels, and then shift your weight forward slightly into your toes. And find a middle ground. Press a lot into your feet. Inhale, rise up, scoop your arms overhead. Exhale, slide your hands to your heart. Now make your way onto your back. Lay all the way down. Pull your right knee into your chest and rock it side to side. Now hold on to your right knee with your left hand. Pull it across for the twist. Reach your right hand towards the right wall. And shift your gaze beyond your right thumb. Slowly unwind. And switch your legs. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. Rock it side to side. Pull your left knee across to the right for the twist. Keep your left shoulder heavy to the mat and shift your gaze beyond your left fingertips. Slowly unwind. Pull your knees into your chest. Either give yourself a hug or reach up and grab your feet for a happy baby. Slowly release your feet down to the mat. Take your toes to the corners of your mat. Take your arms by your side, a few inches away from your body. Turn your palms to face up and let your fingertips curl naturally. Allow yourself to be fully supported by the earth beneath you. And let your muscles melt away from the bones. Release the muscles in your cheeks, your jaw, your temples, your forehead. We'll take a couple of minutes here for our final Shavasana. Take a breath in through your nose and sigh it out. Touch your thumb to each of the other four fingers. Wiggle into your fingers, your toes. Circle out through your wrists, your ankles. And turn your head side to side, just like we did in the beginning on your forehead. Now you massage the back of your head. Pull your knees towards your chest. Roll over onto one side. Take a breath in. Use your arms to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Pull your hands to your heart space. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.